what does it really take to reach your goals? And do you have to depend on someone else or some outside source? Hey, in case you don't know me, my name is Jason Cheney, one half of a husband and wife team, and we're dedicated to helping you reclaim your physical and financial health. So today is not any fancy marketing. I'm not going to try to play with titles and stuff. I'm just going to really talk to you, and it's coming from the heart about what does it really take to reach your goals. And so, if you don't know my story, a few years ago, not a few years, like 10 years ago, I was over 550 plus pounds. Came to a point where I wasn't even able to tie my shoes anymore. My wife, Cici, was starting to help me. And from that point, I knew I had to change something. And I'm gonna be honest with you, ever since I got out of the military, I always had a goal of being healthy. I like working out. I've always liked working out, being in good shape. However, I wasn't doing it. I was looking for everyone outside of me to help me be healthier. Like, oh, this doctor at the VA need to tell me what to eat. Someone need to show me how to eat right. Someone need to show me how to eat for my blood type. And the truth is, none of that shit mattered. And the only thing that mattered was when I chose to make a difference with my life. And when I got to that point where I couldn't tie my shoes, that was a low point. I never wanted to be someone who needed his spouse to take care of him. I did not want to feel like Cici was becoming my caregiver. And so I knew I had to drastically change everything about my life. And so I went on a journey. And I'm going to be honest with you, on that journey, I've had people over and over say, you can't do it. You're not going to lose the weight. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're just crazy. You're dumb. What do you know? If you knew any better, you would be better. And you know what? I told all of them to fuck off. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm one of those, I don't care what other people think about me. I will be very honest about that. And Cici will tell you that too. And even with friends and family, I cut all of them out of my life. And I put distance, literally by countries. Me and Cici left the country. Some of it was because of some of the political climate, not political climate, but the racial climate in Texas. But most of it was, I was not happy. And I was only around negative people. Everybody was negative. When we went out to family events, they're just watching negative news, gossiping, gambling. Everything was negative. And I said, I don't want this anymore. When I kept looking at people like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, all of these people that were successful, but also were in good shape, they weren't hanging around losers. They wasn't hanging around people who were just eating fried chicken all day. They wasn't just hanging around people who were just eating so much and going to sleep. Also, they wasn't eating the same foods that I was seeing the people around me eating all day and the foods that I was eating all day. And so I changed everything. And when I first went plant-based, everybody thought I was crazy. I mean, when we first came back to the U.S. To visit, we were in Texas, and I'm gonna be honest, Texas at that time was hard to not eat meat because everywhere you go, you had to eat meat. I went to a restaurant called Bone Daddy's to get a salad, and it was like, oh, you gotta get meat in it. So I literally was picking the meat out. Something I would never do again in where I'm at now in life. But that's the things I had to do then, and people were looking at me crazy. People in the restaurant was talking to me. Even the waitress was like, are you okay? What's wrong? You're not gonna eat that? And I told them I don't want it. Because I stopped caring about trying to make myself happy by being nice to everybody else, conforming to what they want me to do. And so we ended up, me and Cici in that time, for like that week we were in Texas, we only ate baked potatoes the whole time. So we just mono-meal for potatoes, and people were just like, oh, one person was like, oh, I could never do that. And then they went on and started talking about having brain cancer. And I'm like, you can never do anything to change your life, but then you're bitching and you're crying and you're whining about you're sick, you're ill, and you don't want to take care of your body. And that's why I quit listening to people who do not win in life in the areas that I want. So for health and wellness, which is something that is very, very important for me, I don't listen to people who are not plant-based. I don't listen to people who do not take care of their health. I don't listen to people who don't exercise. Like, I made a goal to walk 90 miles this month. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't believe I could do it. Today is the 21st. I have just finished my 4-mile walk for the day. I'm at over 94.5 miles for the month. The most I've ever walked was about 25 to 30 miles in the military doing ruck marches. I didn't know I could do this. People outside, people in the neighborhood, everybody was saying, oh, you're crazy. Oh, you need to stop. Oh, I would die. And you know what I tell them? I'm like, yes, you would. You can't do what I do. So you have to stop listening to outside sources, even if it's friends, family, loved ones. They may mean all the best for you, but when you're trying to reach your goal, you're the only person that's going to get you there. No one else. And I would say take the advice of Brene Brown. If people are not in the arena, don't waste time listening to them. Don't give them an ear. And I really hope that was valuable to you today. If you are someone who's actually looking to get a little bit healthier, I am putting together a course now. Initially, it was going to be just for veterans, but because of everything that happened, and when I started getting more clients here, people are starting to get a little bit more afraid about their health and more wary and want to do more things to be proactive. And so I'm actually opening the courses up to everybody once I release them, not just going to be for veterans now. And if you're just wanting to get a little bit healthier, get some more information, understand more about the course, let me know and I'll get you on the list. But just to give you like a couple of examples of the type of people, the results that they've gotten from working with me. So like Ken, he was just struggling with energy. He felt like he was I'm over the road. I'm at that age now where my energy is no longer going to be able to sustain itself. In 2 weeks, Ken is now, man, I'm so proud of Ken. He is now got sustainable energy, working out each and every day. And now he's like, hey, I need to do more. And he called me the other day. He's like, can I go lift some weights? Can I do this? And I'm like, yeah, do whatever you want, man. You have the energy now. Or if you're like Ed used to play tennis, great guy, but his body started beating him up. And he's been eating healthy his whole life. I'm gonna be honest with you, he's someone who does portion control. He eats a good amount of vegetables. He still eats some things that he probably shouldn't back in those days when I first met him. And so we just tweaked his diet just a little. And just by the tweaking, now he has sustainable energy. He now is able to walk. Ed is now back on the tennis court and he's also biking each and every day. And I'm so proud of Ed and Ken. But this one, man, it makes me want to cry because every time I think about her, she's a very, very dear friend of ours. Unfortunately, the sick care system had gave her a life expectancy that I feel like you should never put on someone. And by just listening to her, started tweaking her diet, doing some different things, she has now been here 3 years longer than that life expectancy from what the doctors gave her. Not only that, she's living off the grid, no longer worried about having to have her. She had a pacemaker that had to download her information to her doctor, not having to have those issues anymore. I just want to be honest with you, like miracles are happening each and every day, but you have to make the choice to allow that miracle in your life. And if you're someone who is really serious about getting your health together, getting better so you can be here not only for your kids, but maybe even that next generation and pass that knowledge on to them, just shoot me a message and I'll put you on the waiting list and send you some more information about what to expect in the course and the things that you can be looking forward to doing. Ciao.